Natural bodies matter, but the BBL girls matter too. Okay, let's go. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, honey, and please don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can see when I post a new video. Okay, we don't want you to miss anything. So based off the title, you know, today I'm going to be talking about my BBL journey in DR with Dr. Jorge Raphael Gomez, the GOAT. Okay, so I'm going to split this video into two parts. The first part will just be about prepping and what I did to get ready to go to DR, and the second part will be pictures and videos of how my journey went and is still going. I am 7 months post-op, and yeah, girl. So if you're interested, continue on to watch, and if you're not, it's okay. Natural bodies matter, but the BBL girls matter too. Okay, let's go. Okay, so first I want to start off with how I prep for BBL. For one, my weight has always been up and down. Like, sometimes I'm skinny, sometimes I'm more on the thicker side. Like my face, which is still really chunky, like I would gain weight in my face and in my upper body and mainly in my stomach. So to get the best results, you want to make sure you lose a lot of weight, because your BMI has to be under 31, especially for Raphael. Okay, so I did lose weight. I think I had weighed around maybe like in the 170s, and for surgery I think I was in like the high 150s, maybe like 158, 159 or something like that. So I did lose weight because I did want the best results, because people be going to get surgery looking like you're already big, and you go get lipo, whatever, and you're still big. So you want to make sure you lose as much weight as possible so you get the best results as possible. So that's what I did. So that's that. That's off the checklist. You have to lose weight. Your BMI has to be under 31. Secondly, what I did to get ready for surgery, I did take a lot of vitamins. I have been struggling with my hemo for years. I am anemic, but I think all black people are anemic, but that's neither here nor there. So I've been struggling with my hemo for years, because originally I was supposed to have surgery with Dr. Hassan at Jolie Plastic Surgery, and I think that wasn't in the cards for me, because I was going to have surgery in 2020, I think. Yeah, that was during COVID, either 2019 or 2020. But either way, for a whole year, I had put my deposit with Dr. Hassan, and I could not get my hemo to 12 for nothing in this world, okay? It was just not happening. And so I remember, I think I rescheduled a bunch of times, and it just did not work out. So on that very last time, maybe like the 10th time after me being rescheduled, I just like whatever, and I was doing everything. I just think that it wasn't working out for me with Dr. Hassan. Okay, so as soon as I canceled, I found a Dr. Jrafael on Instagram through my surgery page. I'll talk about that at the end. I found Dr. Jrafael, and I was like, he's fire, and he got to do my body. Okay, so I put my deposit with him. So anyway, back on track. So what you need to get your red blood cells pumping and going, get your hemoglobin up, you need vitamins. Okay, so if you're like me and you struggle with anemia because your hemoglobin needs to be a 12 for surgery, or no doctor will touch you. And even if you did find a doctor that touch you with your hemoglobin under 12, I would advise it. You want to make sure that if you go under the knife, that you wake up. Okay, so you don't need your body going into shock or giving up, you know, whatever, X, Y, and Z. So you'll need some vitamins, and I will list them all in the description box, but I will say it now. You will need SS tonic, chlorophyll, definitely beet juice, and I would say pure beet juice, like buy the beets yourself, blend it with some coconut water or carrot juice, like organic carrot juice. even with the pulp, the fiber is what will bring your hemo up. So the beet juice, I was getting B12 shots, which was $25 at the B12 store. So if you're in South Florida, or I think Florida period, I think all of Florida has the B12 store. And if not, if you can find any wellness clinic that does like IV injections or things like that of that nature, you can go get a B12 shot. It's like 25 bucks. Well, at least at the B12 store it was 25 bucks. So that's that. That helps. It helps boost your hemo. I was drinking a lot of orange juice, okay? A lot of orange juice, especially with breakfast, okay? Orange juice with the pulp in it. I did get iron infusion. Sorry about that. So I did get an iron infusion maybe 3-4 times. That wasn't working for me, but I do know that if you do... Okay, I'm back again. So let me put this on vibrate. Back again. So iron infusion helps. If you can find a wellness clinic that's near you so that you can do an iron infusion, that really helps. I would say that if you're gonna go do your blood work, you would do that maybe 2 or 3 days prior to your blood work, or maybe when you're on your menstrual, after you get off your menstrual cycle. So iron infusion, eating a lot of iron, I can never say that word. Eating a lot of iron-rich foods such as steak, quail eggs, a lot of greens like collard greens, string beans, broccoli. So you want to do a lot of the red meat and a lot of your greens. That's where you're going to get your iron from. And a lot of quail eggs, not regular eggs. Quail eggs are, I'm going to show y'all a picture. So this is what the quail eggs look like, okay? So you could get that at Publix. So the quail eggs you can get at Publix for like $6, but it helps. Quail eggs are high in protein and high in iron. So quail eggs work for me. Again, I said steak, greens like that, and a lot of your supplements. Matcha. I'm drinking a lot of matcha tea without the dairy, because dairy is an iron blocker. So if you are going to take these things, you want to make sure you're not having iron blockers, because you can be taking all of these things and it will not work for you because your body's not absorbing it, because you're intaking a lot of iron blockers. Milk is an iron blocker, tea is an iron blocker, cheese is an iron blocker, a lot of your dairy and stuff like that, definitely coffee, an iron blocker. So things like that. So you want to make sure you're decreasing your iron blockers and increasing your iron rich foods, okay? So that plays a major part. What you eat plays a major part. If you're not eating healthy, your iron will not, you know, whatever. And sea moss, definitely you can find somebody who makes, or if you can buy organic sea moss, not that fake stuff, because there's a lot of people passing off sea moss as like the fake sea moss as real sea moss, and it does nothing for you. Just take it and it just does nothing. So you want to make sure you get the organic sea moss gel, include that in your smoothies, or include that in your beet juice, your beet smoothie, whatever. Or you can just take a spoonful just like that, whatever works for you, as long as you're intaking it, you know, whatever. So everything that I said here, I am gonna include that again, like I said, in my description box. That way you know what to get, what would help you. Again, I did say your hemo needs to be at a 12. If your hemo is not at a 12, just, and again, the goal is not really to get your hemo at 12. You want to aim for above 12, because after surgery your hemo will drop tremendously, because you're losing a lot of blood when you go under the knife. So you want to make sure that you are as healthy as possible, okay? And so that's it on the vitamin part. So what we're going to jump into next is how to book Dr. Jrafael, because I do know that a lot of people, especially on my surgery page, we'll get to that, have a hard time booking Dr. Jrafael. So he does not run his social media page, obviously. He has an assistant, Sarah, on WhatsApp. I'm going to include the number in my description box. Sarah is the best. And yes, it's a lot of people trying to inquire about getting surgery. And so Sarah's one person. She doesn't have a team, so she's dealing with a lot of messages on WhatsApp all day, every day. So she gets to what she can. So I understand that. It took me a week, or maybe almost 2 weeks, to get a quote from Jrafael. I had been texting and texting and texting and texting and texting and texting over and over, and I could not get a quote at all. And so I remember going out one night and I was telling my friend that I wanted to get my body done with Dr. Jrafael, but I'm like, I can't seem to get a response back. So she was like, well, just text him and say, because she was like, you know, people like money, so just like text him and say, I'm ready to make a deposit. Oh, excuse me. She was like, just text him and say, I'm ready to make a deposit, and see if you get a response. And so I did exactly that. I just text, I'm ready to make a deposit, I'm ready to book right now. And I kid you not, I got a response in like 2 minutes. And from then it was up. So it was a little back and forth, like me having to wait a little while. Whew. I'm out of breath. I need some water. I'll be right back. So she did express to me that she is responding to a lot of messages. So I was like, cool, I get it. I've been there before, being one person than with a lot of people. That's fine. So I finally booked, and whew, that walk to the kitchen and back in the spa is not it, okay? So I finally booked. I think when I was writing Sarah on WhatsApp, I had surgery in August. I think I booked maybe like February-ish. I would have to go back to my WhatsApp. I deleted it off my phone because your girl ain't got no service on there, okay? It's not working out. Not service, I ain't got no space. So, yeah. So I think in February, and I booked it for August, and yeah, I sent my deposit via Zelle, and I think she wrote me back like a day or two later, and yeah. So that was the booking process. Now, as far as finding doctors, because I feel like you should find people, not, well, you, whoever's watching, you should find a doctor that would give you the shape that you want. Like I could easily say, oh, I want to look like Beyonce, or I want to look like Jada Waiter, you know, whatever. But just because a doctor does a good job on someone else, you have to look at somebody's what's what I'm looking for, I guess base, what they start off with. I think the word, I'm having a brain fart. I guess like base, like they have a, you have a shape, it's like, you know, something to work with. So if you know you have a boxy shape, find a doctor that works with a boxy shape that will give you the look that you're going for. I don't know if I'm making sense, but whatever. So I created a surgery page to find what the doctor, you know, I was looking for. So there is a BBL world that if you don't know about it, a lot of girls who are looking to get surgery or have had surgery, we create surgery pages so that you can look at other people's journey to see if that is a doctor that you're interested in. People record their goods and their bads and show you, you know, their whole journey. Some people are very that open on their surgery page where they will share all that information with you. So I too have a surgery page where it's private and I will not share that with y'all. If you follow me, if you hear from my surgery page, hey girl, if you are just watching my video just from a search bar, hey girl, but I'm not sharing my surgery page. However, I will say if you're looking to be again, like I said, Dr. Hassan from Jolie Plastic Surgery, He doesn't have his own Instagram page, but if you follow other dolls, like you can simply type in Hassan doll, and from then on, you know how Instagram suggests that you follow other people, you know, with similar names, or you know, with the same I guess the algorithm like peeps, you know, like what you're searching. So once you type in Hassan doll, or if you search the hashtag Hassan dolls or surgery by Hassan, you know, whatever, you will find everybody with a related name, or surgery princess, you know, something like that. Then you will follow all the Hassan dolls. But I would say if you're going to create a surgery page, be active, because a lot of the girls in the surgery world will not just approve just anybody. And I would advise that you create a surgery page. Even if you haven't had surgery yet, post a picture of your before without your face. No face, no case, right? So you would post a picture without your face. Show us your stomach. What is it that you're trying to do, you know, whatever. That's just me. I'm very active. I'm very open. I really don't care what nobody has to say. I'm gonna do me regardless. I'm just gonna post and just be myself. I mean, nobody's born perfect. Everybody had a little tweaking. I mean, there's people that, you know, that work out, but whatever. So yeah, create a surgery page. Find whatever doctor you're looking for, whether it's Hassan, Raphael, Dr. Velasco, Dr. Fonseca, or whatever, Fonseca doll. Everybody has doll in their name. So find whatever, or Barbie, Hassan Barbie, whatever. Create a surgery page, do that, be active, okay? And there are surgery pages that you need to follow. Do your research on your doctor that you want to go under the knife with, okay? That is very important, because there are a lot of doctors that will butcher you. You will just see, like, there's some people that see one person's body, like you could see my body and be like, oh, she look good, but I was 1 out of the 100 that look good. You get what I'm saying? So you want to make sure your doctor has a pattern of doing a good job of executing, you know, people's shape, okay? That is very important. So there are surgery pages that I suggest you follow. I am not getting paid to say this or anything like that, but this is also what helped me, so I'm gonna also put it in the description box. But I did I found my doctor on her page, but the surgery room, so she's a page to follow. She tell you what doctor had what death, who died of what, who had an infection, what recovery homes to go and not go to. I don't know her personally. I don't find her to be biased. The owner of the page, I think she's real as hell. That's just my opinion. And another page that I would say that you could follow too is Surgeon Made Curves. She also posts like different influencers and bodies of people who, you know, went to whatever doctor you're interested in, you know. So, and I would say Get Snatched 2019. She's another page to follow. Beauty, I think it's Beauty in the Beast or something like that. I don't know, something like that. But again, I would tag them. So it's a lot of surgery pages that you could keep up with about doctors, you know, stuff like that. And engagement, you know, whatever. So that's it for that. Now moving on to my DR experience. How did I plan everything? So back to my experience in DR. Originally I was gonna go by myself, and then I never really had it planned. I wouldn't say I didn't really have it planned out, but I didn't have it properly planned on where I was gonna stay. I was just like gonna wait last minute. I was looking for recovery homes. I am in groups on Facebook for the for Jrafael dolls, you know, whatever. I didn't have it situated. I really didn't have it situated. And I was like writing a couple of people, like, where did you stay? Did you like your experience? Did they feed you? You know, X, Y, and Z. And so I never really found a recovery home. So I think I posted on my surgery page, and there was another girl who was having surgery a day after me. And so she reached out to me. I think she was having surgery 2 days after me. And so she reached out to me and was like, you know, where are you staying? And I'm like, I don't have nowhere to stay. And she was like, well, do you want to get an Airbnb together? And I was like, yeah, sure. And you know, we had conversation, but I'm just give you the long story short. So we had a conversation, you know, whatever, and then we were texting, you know, what we're gonna do, you know, X, Y, and Z. So she got the Airbnb. Well, she picked it, you know, whatever, it was her idea. So she picked the Airbnb, and I picked the nurse, and I sent her the nurse's information, you know, whatever. So yeah, so we stayed at the Airbnb. I don't remember. I know we stayed directly in downtown, which was like 10 minutes from, I think it was about like 10 minutes from the hospital, and everything wasn't too far. Everything, like when we went to go do blood work, everything wasn't too far. It was probably like between 10 and 20 minute drive. Not even 20 minutes, maybe like 10 to 15, you know, whatever. So yeah. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so she picked the Airbnb. We hired a nurse Amy, the best. So she had a team of 5 women, 5 nurses. So we got a package where we paid $1,100 each person, and that was for 10 days. So she gave us 5 24-hour days and 5 12-hour days, but she would rotate between different nurses, obviously, because you can't really pull a 24 by yourself. I mean, you know, people have families, so it was a team of 5, and I liked every nurse except one. I feel like she stole from me when it came to like the medicine and stuff. Like, she told me the medicine was like $30, but it turned out to like be like $10. It was, but since I would have tipped you that 20, but that's fine. She didn't get her tip at the end because she stole it, so that's cool. But Nurse Amy was and her team, Nurse Peroska, the massage. Oh yeah, and my $1,100 price was included the massages. No, I lied. The massages were not included in the $1,100 price. So there was additional massages. It was 6 massages for $250, if I'm not mistaken. And Vivian, that's her name, she was the best, because sis is very educated. Because there's a lot of people out here that call themselves lymphatic masseuse and don't know shit. All they know is just about draining, you know, whatever, if that, if you will. That's all they really know. But like, if you pass out, you know, don't know what to do. And I did pass out, and Vivian like knew to put salt in my mouth and put alcohol under my nose, and I sure did wake up and started throwing them back out. I really thought I was dead, but that's besides. My camera keeps shutting off. It keeps saying it's overheating, and I don't know why. Like, but yeah, so Vivian was the best, and I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was dead. Okay, so when Vivian put that alcohol in my nose and the salt, and I was throwing up, like I legit did not even continue the massage. But that's my fault, because I was not drinking enough fluid, because I was in so much discomfort. I won't even say pain. I was just in like so much discomfort that like I didn't want to drink. I wasn't eating. Like, I couldn't sit on my ass, sit on my butt, excuse my language. And I just was like, I was just like out of it. So yeah, so Nurse Amy, I'm gonna put her Instagram. She provides the masseuse, the driver. I forgot to say that the driver is included. Took me to my blood work, you know, took me everywhere. Okay, and yeah, blood work, I spent about maybe like no more than $700 on blood work. Okay, so I had to go 3 different places. I had to do a CT scan, heart, the thing with the heart, I forgot what it's called, where you gotta put you on a machine and check your heart, whatever it's called. I forgot the name of it. We had to do that. Had to do the hemo, had to do the urine tests, everything you could think of. It cost no more than $700. And I forgot to say, the price of my surgery at the time was $3,400, but obviously that does not include the blood work, you know, whatever. So I don't know what Jrafael's price is now, but what I was quoted was when he first, not when he first started, but when he first started popping. Okay, so, oh, excuse me, I got the introductory price. Okay, so I looked out. So I It was $3,400. My deposit was towards it, and my deposit was $300. So what I owed him was $3,100. And then yeah, so $3,400 plus blood work. I think it's about $700, like 700. And then the massage nurse Amy was $1,100. The massage was I think $250 or $300. The Airbnb, my portion was $500. I think it was like 11 some change because she chose a really expensive Airbnb, and I was just trying to like bleed and chill. I wasn't really trying to enjoy Airbnb, so she chose a really expensive one. She was like, just pay me $500 and I'll cover the rest. I was like, okay girl, that's fine with me. So she chose like a really nice high rise down in downtown. So, and yeah, my surgery sister, her name was Brielle. Cool ass girl, okay? From Canada, from Vancouver. I think she said she's from Vancouver. I don't really remember. I might have to cut this video short because it's just not working out. It's just not working out. So yeah, that is it. I don't even remember what the last thing I said because this camera keeps hating on me, okay? It does not want to let me talk. But I think I covered all of the bases of part 1 of things that you need to get ready for surgery, because if you don't do it, you can't have surgery, okay? And if it's not working out with a specific doctor, like, don't ignore the signs. And I won't even say it's the universe, I will say it's God. And I always pray and include God in everything that you do, even if you think it's crazy. Include God, okay? Because I told y'all for a whole year I could not get my hemo up with Hassan. But when I switched doctors and I put my deposit down with Jrafael, everything just like, because even when I went to LabCorp, to the blood testing place to check my hemo, that was like 2 weeks before I had to go to DR, and my hemo was like at like 11.7. So I was shy of the 0.3 to even go to DR. But I was like, I'm gonna drink the hell out of my beet juice, which I did. And I had got a B12 shot before I left, literally the day before I left. And I was like, by the time I get to DR, I'm gonna be a 12, because I've been drinking my straight beet juice and my quail eggs literally all damn day. So, and when I made it to DR, I was 12.5. When they did my blood work, I was 12.5, and that was in 2 weeks. Or maybe less, maybe like a week and a half, doesn't matter. But I went from 11.7 to 12.5. Okay, honey, and that wasn't happening for Hassan. And like I said, I was doing the same exact thing. So if you see it's not working out, believe in divine intervention. You don't even have to be spiritual or religious to believe in divine intervention. Just know, like, if you want to say the universe, cool, the universe is blocking it. But for me, I feel like God was blocking it, and everything worked out with Jrafael. And so yeah, so part 2, I will upload that in a couple days. So I hope you enjoyed what I had to say or share with y'all. I will include other supplies that you would need. You would need lipofoams, you know, things like that for compression, your faja, anything like, everything like that. Either I will put in the description box, or I'll probably just talk about it in the next video, part 2. So if you made it this far, thank you again for watching, girl. And I will see you in the next video, okay, honey? Peace.